There was a story in my life that you can't tell anyone, and even if you did, no one would believe you. My family consisted of 3 people: my wife, my daughter, and me. We had been married for 3 years, and there was a rhythm to our relationship, a point of understanding. I was happy with everything about my wife, as much as she was happy with everything about me. My relationship with her family was good too, including my mother-in-law. She was a woman who always looked after herself, dressed stylishly, sometimes even better than my wife. She was a regular at the fitness center, and men of all ages admired her. Like any family, we had our traditions. We played sports, not very intense, but we loved to run, swim, and visit the fitness center every Saturday. On one such Saturday, my wife, mother-in-law, and my friend Tom went with me to the sports center. Sitting in the sauna with Tom, he asked if my mother-in-law was single. Tom was an opportunist. If a woman had money, he saw it as a chance. "Have you seen what she looks like in a swimsuit? You wouldn't think she's approaching a milestone birthday," he joked. I had actually forgotten about her upcoming birthday, and my wife didn't remind me either. We didn't even prepare a present. Tom's comments made me realize it was time to think about what to get her. He tried to flirt with her, but she wasn't interested. She preferred a strong, independent man, someone established, someone who could support her without hesitation. For now, she was alone, and it was obvious that she had long lacked male attention. After the pool, I decided to talk to my wife about her birthday present. Sipping my tea, I asked, "Why didn't you say anything about your mom's birthday? We haven't even thought about a gift." She replied, "Just because you didn't think of it doesn't mean I forgot. I plan to get her a certificate to the salon." That doesn't sound like a serious gift for a woman like her. "She needs something meaningful," I replied. My mother-in-law always reminded me of someone, but I couldn't figure out who exactly. The way she spoke, the way she laughed, even her figure, it all seemed familiar. I searched my memory, but I couldn't identify who it was. 2 weeks passed quickly, and her birthday came. She looked stunning. A beautiful open-back dress, flawless makeup and styled hair. She looked even more glamorous than my wife. Among the guests were relatives and a few co-workers from her work. We played games, danced, and time flew by. My wife had long since gone to bed. It never took her long to get tired. Eventually, it was just my mother-in-law and me left in the living room. "Come on, son-in-law, let's have a drink together," she said cheerfully. We started sharing stories. She told about her divorce, the dishonest boss at work, and even her first love. The conversation became more personal than it had been in years, and then she mentioned something that caught my attention. There was a time when I was a grown woman and I had feelings for a young man, about 18 years old. We were out in the same company in the countryside. One night I hinted to him that I wanted to look at the stars, and you know what? He understood. He came. He was so passionate, even though he was younger. The bottle slipped from my hands. Memories came flooding back like a movie. I was young, under the night sky, in a hayloft. A beautiful woman. My first time. "Wait, it wasn't in a hayloft, was it?" Hesitantly I asked. She blinked. "Well, yeah, it was at the end of harvest season." "How do you know that?" "Because I have the same story, only I was a different person in that scene." There was silence between us as the realization came. "It can't be," she whispered. "It was you." "It turns out it was," I said, stunned. "But how did we not recognize each other? I've had a lot of surgery since the accident. I guess my facial features have changed enough over time." She laughed nervously. "Who would believe that?" "We went outside for some air. It's not every day you find out you were already close to your brother-in-law," she murmured. The night was cool. As she walked ahead of me, I finally realized why she always seemed so familiar. Her movements, her voice. It was all here, just buried in time. We were standing outside her cottage, next to the old hayloft. It looked exactly the same as it had all those years ago. She turned to me, a familiar smile playing on her lips. "Do you still want to look at the stars?" It was like opening a door that had been closed for decades. I smiled and enclosed her in a hug. Years passed, but some things remained the same. The stars still shone the same way, and by the way, the hay was still soft to lie on, though it still poked wildly.